Mm-mm.
Good morning.
Facebook morning.
How is everyone this morning?
Hope everybody's good. So we're at our home office. If you can hear lawnmowers and blowers going off in the background, that's because there's lawnmowers and blowers going off in the background, and it just is what it is.
Nothing we can do about it today.
It just is what it is. So welcome, good morning. We're gonna let some folks come on here. If you're just joining and you want to be a part of the show today, go ahead and share. You can actually share the show so that folks can hop on here live with us if they want to be a part of our conversation. Of course, we'll be able to, people can watch this later, but it's kind of fun to do it live. We just want people to be able to come on here and chat with us live. So share it for us so we can get it going, and we'll go ahead and get going. So we are Brooks and Mandy. We're the operators of the Mobile Rundown. If maybe you just stumbled across this page on Facebook and you're like, what the heck is this? I don't even know. I just like the page or whatever. So every week what we do is we put out a list of top stuff that's happening in town, and we also produce some events. And this show is a brand new kind of pivot for our business because currently there's no events happening in Mobile or around the area. So that's basically the whole point of this. So we just want to create a show to involve you guys and have conversations with people around town. And so, yeah, so that's the gist of the show. We actually have a sponsor that makes the show possible. So as of this week, the sponsor this week is a local company called Cartridge World. So Cartridge World of Mobile, they provide printers, ink toner for home and office use. And right now they're delivering to home offices as well. They have a printer program where they'll provide you a printer if you buy the products through them. So thank you to Cartridge World for sponsoring the show. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And, you want to talk about the...
I do.
I know.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so we have a t-shirt design contest going on right now, guys, and that contest is open until May 1st, and the t-shirt design contest is a t-shirt, our next t-shirt for the Mobile Rundown. The whole thing, all you have to do, the only rule is it has to be Mobile themed, and it has to include the words "Do Mobile" somewhere in your design. And so Brooks has on the screen here.
Sorry, I went back to the home screen
Yeah.
to show people. If you just go to the mobilerundown.com, you'll see a big logo right on the front. And if you click that, you'll end up right where we were. So
yeah, and so submissions are already coming in. We've had some awesome submissions so far, so you guys are so creative. We want to see what you guys can come up with this year. So keep sending them in. You can email them to events@themobilerundown.com.
events@themobilerundown.com. Cool.
Yeah,
So I'll put a link down in the notes while we're chatting with our guest today. So let me remove that off the screen. So y'all, today we're really excited. We have a friend of ours who's the who's a head of communications for the Mobile County Public School System. It's so hard for me to say. Mobile County Public School System. Did I do that right? MCPSS. And so it's Rena Philips. And so we're pumped to have a chat and just kind of talk about what's going on and what's happening with the school system, and just kind of see what the state of the union is, and just have a chat, have a conversation. So we're gonna bring Rena on right now. Rena, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good. Good morning. How are you guys?
Morning, friend. Good.
We're better now that you are here with us. That is what we are.
Here
100%.
from my home. Huh?
Welcome. Yeah, welcome. As we all are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought of something like before you popped on here, and I was like, I've got to ask this question. So how many times have you been called Rena over Renee?
My whole life.
Your whole life. So if someone says, "Hey, Rena, it's nice to meet you," do you instantly correct them? Do you let them do it a few times? Like if you're going to see them multiple times, how does that work?
It depends. That's just kind of how I know if you really know me or not, if you say Renee or Rena. So, yep. If you know me, you say
Gotcha.
Renee.
I got it. Meeting you for the first time, maybe it's Rena or whatever, I guess, maybe. So Mandy and I were both discussing, we're like, I think we both thought it was Rena, right? When we first saw your name.
For
I was like,
sure.
oh, yeah, Rena. And then we heard someone else say it or whatever. I'm like, oh. This is years ago. So
Fine.
Yes.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for joining us. So did I get your title correct? Like what you do? Like tell folks exactly what you do for MCPSS.
That's right. So I'm Director of Communications for Mobile County Public Schools. We're the largest school system in the state of Alabama with about 54,000 students. And so I do media relations, community relations, employee relations. We have a TV channel that we run out of our office. So there's never a dull day. There's always something to do, and lots of good stuff too. So that's a lot of what we do, is we want to share the good things that are happening in our schools, because there's so many dedicated people, awesome students. So we do a lot of storytelling too.
Cool.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So one, I didn't know we were the largest school system. That's cool. You just gave me like something I didn't know. Two, have you always done the storytelling and that type of stuff that you're talking about, or has some of that pivoted in the recent like month? Because I find that like tons of businesses and us and people that we know are doing a lot of things that maybe they wanted to do, but they weren't doing, a year ago. But like, so is any of that brand new for you guys? Some of the stuff that you're doing?
So we've been doing it for years, for several years, because with Facebook and with we're trying to get on Instagram more and more. I don't know much about that, but there's someone in my office who does. But with our TV channel, that's one thing that we can do, is we can get these positive stories out, and then when we set up these channels and could do that, then when there's something like a worldwide pandemic, we can communicate with you as well. So it's a neat thing that, and a lot of our schools too, they've jumped in on, they do their own morning announcements now, video announcements that they'll broadcast live so parents can watch them. They have their own social media pages, and they are, applauding their students and telling stories about what their teachers are doing. And it's just, we never run out of things.
That's awesome. So is that done by school? Is there any kind of like system for that, or can people just do that how they want? Like, can they be creative and do that how they see fit, or is there some kind of like formula for it for them
So
to
we
share
help
in that?
them. We help them and we train them and we work with them on that. So, but we do have 88 schools, so it's a lot.
Insane.
You can't do every single thing that every school is doing, but for the most part, they do a fantastic job of getting the word out and communicating.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how the meal programs are going. So I know that you have 88 schools, but is each school doing the meal program, or is it at selected schools?
So we have 66 feeding sites, so pretty much all over the county. So how that's working, this is our third week of doing it. I've been helping out in the cafeterias. This is my first day off, and I'm going to go back tomorrow. Yeah. But the cafeteria workers are doing a fantastic job. So what it is, it's 22 cafeterias, and then we're going out to 44 additional sites that we're reaching via vans and buses and that sort of thing. And so we are preparing thousands of meals a day. Like the one that I go to, we did 450 lunches yesterday. And it's actually 2 meals. It's a breakfast and a lunch that they get.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that's what you guys were doing. That's really neat.
That is absolutely incredible.
So yeah, and I saw a post that you made because someone was asking about, hey, how's this happening? And this is like a week ago, and you posted this in-depth answer, and I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. Like that's like, talk about an insane, I guess I'll call it pivot, because the whole world's pivoting when this happened. Like no one is prepared, right? Like there's no manual for this exactly. Like, like I talked about that with people. Like people are like, oh yeah, we prepare for, we have fire drills and tornado drills, and if there's a hurricane, we know what to do. But like pandemic just isn't on the list of things that we have the manual for, right? I mean, it's
not. So what I've said is we have reinvented public education in 2 weeks. And so even like with our, we are great with logistics. Being as large as we are, we can figure out how to do things, but this has created new challenges. But we were able to model our feeding program, for example, after our summer feeding program. But in that, the kids typically come into the cafeteria and eat. But with this, we couldn't have that. So we do curbside pickup. So we're packing it in bags. It's a lot of grab and go stuff. It can be like a pulled pork sandwich or a peanut butter jelly sandwich, that sort of thing. But you're getting chips and a breakfast item and two juices, and 2 milks with it. But they don't even have to get out of their car. They just pull up, and then we bring a cart out. So we can't hand it to them for safety reasons. So they grab it and take it with them. So we've had to just redo our procedures to do it for the safety. Because like you said, there's a pandemic that's new to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And I know that I've heard that you guys aren't bringing in volunteers from the public to be able to help with this. This is all from the Mobile County Public School, from employees. Is that correct?
That's right, just for liability reasons and that sort of thing. But for example, Mr. Threadgill, our superintendent, and Dr. Brackens, our deputy superintendent, and the leadership team, and a lot of people from central office, we earned our food handler card from the health department. So we didn't just walk into a cafeteria like, hey, I'm here to help. We took the
Yeah.
food safety course. We are washing our hands, wearing those gloves, watching temperatures and all that. So we just have to make sure that we're doing it right so that we're giving our
Yeah.
kids good food and safe food.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything, I know we've been asked several times, but is there anything that the public can do to help out right now? Or would you just rather kind of hands off, y'all have got it? Is that kind of the situation or?
Yeah, I think that's one of the challenges right now is that everyone wants to help. Like they want to do something to help. And right now, particularly with the schools, there's not much that we can do. All that we can do is support our children, support our parents, support our teachers, because this is not an easy time for anybody. Like we have parents juggling work responsibilities at home, they're juggling schoolwork and that sort of thing. So I think the biggest thing that we can do as a community right now is just be very supportive of our children and our parents as they're learning this new way of learning.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, for one of the bigger topics of the day, I know you mentioned it a few minutes ago. You've had to completely change everything that you guys are doing over the last 2 weeks and reinvent the wheel a little bit. So, can you kind of update the public on the new transition to digital distance learning for the school system?
Yeah, so like I said, we've reinvented public education in 2 weeks. The first thing that we had to do,
Crazy.
being as large as we are, and as our demographics are very diverse in Mobile County, and we do have a lot of poverty. So the first thing that we had to do was find out how many of our children have computers, how many have
Yep.
internet access, and that sort of thing, because you can't do the only offer online learning and expect that everyone will have the same opportunities. Even in my
Mm-hmm.
household, if I'm on a call, my husband's on a call, a video conference, and then both of our kids hop on the internet to do schoolwork, we might knock each other off. So connectivity is,
Exactly.
is, a, is a major issue for all families right now, and access to computers, that sort of thing. So we surveyed our parents to find out, how many had computers and did not, and we knew that we had to provide alternatives if they did not have computers and internet. So we have a couple of alternatives. One of them is traditional paper packets that they will go
Okay.
pick up from their school, and they will be able to work on those. And another thing that I'm really, really excited about is our MCPSS TV. So we are going to be broadcasting lessons live, everything from pre-K through reading and math in elementary and middle school, to social studies, to high school biology and algebra 2 and trigonometry and all that. We have
Oh,
set up a
wow.
studio at one of our schools, and we're going to go live on Monday.
That's incredible. So, starting this coming up Monday the 13th.
Right, this
Okay.
Monday,
Oh,
7:30
that is
a.m. until
so
about
crazy.
2:30.
Perfect.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
And that's broadcasted where? Like where would people be able to see that or
So
watch
we
that?
have MCPSS TV, but then it gets to access as well. So our channel is available. It has been on Comcast, AT&T Uverse, and MediaCom. But then we
Yep.
realized not everyone has cable. So
Yep.
we have reached out, and I'm very pleased to about some partnerships that we've been able to form with UTV 44, and
Yeah.
Fox 10 has set up a new channel called 10.6, and they're going to be broadcasting our lessons as teachers are teaching them. So all you have to have is a digital antenna or access to those local channels, and you'll be able to watch.
So a TV, a digital antenna at the minimum, and you're able to watch the lessons. That's amazing. That's what I saw. I think a post yesterday that really caught my attention. I was like, that's smart. That's amazing because, yeah, that's when it dawned on me. One, not everyone has internet, and two, if you do have internet, you might be like you said, you may have issues or whatever, limited devices, computers, whatever. And so that's amazing. Is how will that be divvied up? So there's a lot of grades, a lot of lessons. Like how in the world will that work? Like how will people know when to tune in and watch for what or
So
whatever?
we're going to release the schedule today, but
Cool.
basically every age group gets 2 hours of instruction throughout the week. So we'll have like kindergarten reading, kindergarten math, first grade reading, first grade math.
Got
Then
it.
we'll have the high schools on a certain day, that sort of thing. And so we will put that schedule out. I know the local channels are working on promotion plans where they're going to put it out. It'll be on our Facebook page. It's already on our website. But it's pretty much 7:30 a.m. until 2:30. And then on our MCPSS TV, we plan to just run it 24/7. We'll just run it over and over and over again.
Got it.
These
That's
are master
incredible.
teachers teaching these lessons. And so the cool thing, even
Yeah.
if you're doing it online, you can, with your teacher, those lessons, you can also use this as an extra reinforcement of what you've learned with your teacher. You can still watch these lessons and see another teacher deliver the same lessons in a different
Very
way.
cool. You know, everybody has to be on board for this. And I like shout out to the school system, to the employees, to the teachers, to parents and students. Everybody has to be on board for the change. And it sounds like you guys have worked so hard and digitally to get this all together. So thank you for doing what you guys are doing for the students so they don't get left behind. I think, hopefully as we transition into the fall, kids will be prepared no matter what. And I think everybody knows what everybody has technically missed over the last couple of months. And so hopefully it'll be good transition. But I was kind of wondering, so with all of the newness that you guys have put in place, is there any possibility that the concept of digital distance learning would be something that was implemented kind of in the long term for the school system, or are you guys just looking at right now kind of get us through?
I think we're trying to look at right now. Yeah. And I think it's something that teachers, they do use the digital a lot, and this may be where they use it more. But I think at the end of the day, I know our teachers miss our kids miss our teachers in the schools. And so I think at the end of the day, they're still going to want to go back to that environment of, being in a school and the community and the friendships and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've seen plenty of posts from teachers when they've gone to go get some material or whatever, snap photo of their room and write some lengthy posts about how they're missing their kids, and they know and that's kind of how they're keeping in touch is through social
and kids
media,
are missing school.
Yes, they really are. I think they're missing the structure, they're missing their friends, they're missing recess, they're missing all the things. You are right about that.
Now, there's probably a small percentage that are just having a good time. Let's get real. Let's be honest.
Okay, I'll just say that my 13-year-old is like, if school doesn't go back ever, he'll be fine.
Right now, right now he's like, okay. I think given a little bit more time, he really will miss. He will miss the structure. But you're right. I think a lot of kiddos are missing that structure and that. That's their friends, the community, the teaching, all that. So, hey, real quick, you're getting some love over here. So some people are saying, I just want to plot this up. So, hey, thanks for all you do to take care of the kids. That's from Natalie. Thanks, Natalie. That is so awesome. This is from Christy. So folks are just chiming in.
Yeah.
We love our kids.
And, you guys are awesome. I just want to give you the opportunity real quick. I know a few minutes ago you kind of listed out all the things, but can you go over the resources that parents can find or where parents can go to find out more information? I know you said also today you're going to be releasing the schedule. So if you can kind of go over some things where parents can go to get more information.
Yeah, so follow our Facebook page, Mobile County Public Schools. We also have set up a website, mcpss.com/coronavirus, where we put the latest updates on there. And the biggest thing right now is our teachers are reaching out to their individual students. So if you get an email or a call from your teacher, please respond to that, because the teachers are trying to figure out individually which kids have internet, who's going to be doing it online, who's going to be watching the television or doing the packets. So most importantly, keep up that one-on-one relationship with your teacher, because we're here to help your child be successful throughout all of this. And the way to do that is to talk to them. And if you have issues where you're having to work and it's going to be hard for your child to sit down at a certain time with the teacher and work, where we're going to record the lessons so they can watch it later, but just work it out with your teacher, because we're here to help.
How in the world did that happen? I mean, so I'm just thinking, clearly that was not an easy task. It's not like you had a spreadsheet of, hey, here's all of our students in the school system. Here's who has internet access. Here's who doesn't. Here's who, like everyone. We're all figuring this out on the fly,
right,
as we go, correct?
Right. We did a survey. It was a 3-question survey. Do you have computer? Do you have internet?
Yep.
Do you have these cable providers? And so we're still analyzing all those results as they come in. But it's been a massive undertaking when you have 54,000 students to call.
Yep.
But
exactly.
So another cool thing that we have is that we're going to start on Monday is a homework hotline. Because I know I've heard a lot of parents who, they may not know Algebra 2, and all of a sudden their teenager is asking them a question about. Yeah, me too.
So I can't help.
That's why I went into communications. But so it's 221-7777. And so we're going to be providing academic support, counseling, as well as technical support. So if your teacher gives you a login and you can't figure out how to do it, you can call that number. But what you'll be able to do basically is you'll push a number that you need academic support, and then it'll say, do you need math, English, science, social studies? You'll hit that button and you'll be connected to one of our academic supervisors who can help you figure out what you're struggling with.
That's
incredible.
awesome. And just to repeat, you said 221-7777?
Yes.
Awesome.
Starting on
All right, cool,
Monday,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Starting on Monday. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah,
You
we're
guys
gonna
have
post that in the comments.
thought of everything. This is incredible. No, I mean that's really important because I know a lot of times really parents they can only do so much. And when it comes to the world of like counseling and those kinds of things, just having those resources is priceless for these students. And that's available K through 12, right?
K through 11. 12 is a whole
Okay.
different scenario, but we're working with our
Okay.
seniors on that.
Okay. Well, okay.
Gotcha.
We want them to
Very cool.
graduate, so we have looked at all their records individually to see, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, and we're sending letters to our seniors because we just wanted to make sure they have everything that in line for the Alabama diploma requirements, so that they, whether they won't have the traditional graduation ceremony, but we do want them to have their diplomas.
Yeah.
That's a total separate challenge I didn't even think about until you just asked.
Yeah.
K through 12, like, nope, 12 is a different case. Yeah, that's wow. Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be a year that I think everyone remembers. Especially the seniors, and it is unfortunate they're missing so many big, huge milestone things. But it's actually, but they'll be able to kind of look back and be like, wow, we were part of some major global pandemic. I don't know, maybe they'll see the good in it. And I know that some parents are putting together like fake proms, for just socially distanced fake proms and things like that. And I'm sure there'll be parents that are handing diplomas to kids and just to kind of have just some sort of celebration. But
we have a tentative. We're coming up with something that we can do for some type of virtual, but we'll have all that information later. But we want to do something to recognize them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
Renee,
cool.
we have thoroughly enjoyed you being part of our show this morning. Thank you so much for all that you are doing for our kids, our students, the employees. It's incredible. And don't hesitate to reach out to us if you have anything that you need to share with the public. We would love to be a resource for you guys too, just to kind of get the word out. But we've got all the information down here. Brooks has thrown in the number, and we'll throw in the MCPSS/coronavirus link in here as well. And so, did we miss anything? Did we leave anything out? I think we covered all the bases.
Any final thoughts from you, and we'll let you go and communicate because we know you need to do that.
I think that's good. Thank you for having me today.
All right, cool. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
See you, Renee.
Bye.
All right, bye. That was awesome.
She is so. Man,
Renee's great.
She's working hard. The entire world right now is working hard for students, parents, teachers. My word. So thank you, Renee, for being a part.
Heck yeah.
Of it. Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, you can shoot them our way, and we will try to help point you in the right direction for what your student needs. If you're a parent, if you're an employee or a teacher, I'm sure you probably can help us out as well.
Yeah.
So
that was good info. If you guys are just tuning in or whatever, you didn't get to hear that, have a listen, share it with your friends. So Rena Philips, again, she's the communication director for the whole public school system in Mobile County, which apparently is the largest in Alabama. I just found out. Did not know that. Fun fact of the day. That's crazy. So
yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of students. That's a lot of kids.
Heck yeah.
And they are being well taken care of right now.
Yeah, totally agree. You know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't share on our show?
What did we miss?
You know what we missed? We missed the good news of the day.
We sure did.
All right, here it comes. The Do Some Good Mobile segment. Love that little whistle at the end.
That's pretty amazing.
Or the little chime thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so wild.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some good news you want to share with us. This looks fun. What in the world's going on here? What happened here? What's happening?
Okay, so I will say this. So locally, I know, and I'm sure it's happening worldwide, but locally we've been seeing a lot of kids with sidewalk chalk. They've been writing out positive messages. They've been doing sidewalk little games and stuff like that, being really, really creative.
I think chalk sales might be through the roof.
I know, right? Can you even get chalk? Is chalk like toilet paper?
Is chalk sold out, people?
Yeah, we need to know.
Is anybody able to buy chalk right now?
Yeah, if you know where to get chalk, let us know.
For real.
But yeah, so this family in England, they decided to take it a step above. And the entire family got in on this.
They're in England?
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good. That was good.
Do they know the governor?
You should have. I should have.
I didn't know. I could have done the whole thing in my British accent.
You could have.
All right, so
it's so much more.
So they're in England. That's awesome. I didn't know. Sorry,
Okay.
didn't mean to interrupt.
So they decided that they were going to color every single brick on their house and be a shining bright light.
Holy mackerel!
I know it took them 6 hours.
Holy
6 hours.
I would have thought 6 days.
Yeah, I know. But the whole family was in on it. And
you're right. That's a 1 day job. 6 hours.
Yeah. And so they were only originally going to just go to where they could reach, but Dad came out and said, "No, that is not good enough.
Yeah, we're going all the way, man.
We are doing this." And so, just a little inspiration for you guys. Get out there with the sidewalk chalk. Maybe you can chalk your house.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Who wants to be the first one in Mobile to chalk their house? We will come and take a picture and ourselves do a video and we'll promote it on the Mobile Rundown because I just think that would be rad. So I've seen some really cool sidewalk. I know we showed some. We just showed some the other day. I guess people drawing the cool things like spin around, yell out loud, like the skip things.
Yeah.
On the sidewalk. Hopscotch. Yeah, exactly. But like totally changing it up, making it fun and funky or whatever. This is really cool though. Yeah, first person that does this, tag us in it, send us a message, and we will drive out there and take some pictures with you and figure out how to get you locally famous. Local
celebrities.
We'll figure it out.
Do it. You let us know.
That'd be awesome.
Cool. Okay, you know what? Another thing that we missed. We were so excited to have Renee on.
Yeah, we just wanted to jump straight into Renee.
Yeah, she's so great. We missed the quote of the day.
Did we really?
Yes.
Holy mackerel. Let's work backwards.
It feels like
on
a
this
Monday, but it's not.
All right, we're working backwards. So we probably have a quote. Do we have a quote?
Yeah, right here.
I'm going to put it up on there?
Yeah.
Put it up on the screen? Here it is.
I picked this quote this morning because we were speaking with Renee and it had to do with education, which is so very important. So, quote of the day. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Old Zig Ziglar again.
Oh yeah, Zig Ziglar. I need to do some research on Zig Ziglar.
You have to read a book from that guy.
Yeah.
He's good. If you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you.
So true.
That's cool.
So true. So,
dig that for sure.
Good quote for the day. That was some good news for the day. How about a fun fact for Mobile?
All right, we're gonna need some more music stuff.
Oh, you want to do some more like intro things?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I think we need it.
Can you show us what the fun fact of Mobile, what that would look like? That sound? Is it a surprise?
I'm not sure what it would be. We're gonna have to write it out. Like think through it. I kind of like that same little ditty. Maybe I just do the same thing and
you spice it up.
Change it.
Maybe just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Don't look at the screen.
Too late.
Don't look at the screen.
Too late, man.
You can't look at my notes. How many mayors has Mobile had?
I saw it earlier.
Oh,
I saw it earlier.
Okay.
So we're asking you guys.
We're asking the people.
So you guys get to guess if you wanna hop in the chat. I don't know, you may just be watching. That's fine. But if you want to guess how many, what's the question? How many mayors Mobile has had since
1819?
1819.
Anybody can guess.
So do that math. You could probably do some math and wonder how many years. But maybe people had double terms, so you subtract one.
You do double terms in mayorships?
In 1819, I can't tell you.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
but
we don't know.
Currently, yes, you can too, because yeah, you definitely can. Recently, we've had mayors with double terms for sure.
So true. So
all
true.
Right, anyone have a guess? Anyone have a guess? Anyone have a guess? We're only gonna give you like 5 seconds. Then Mandy's gonna give you your fun fact. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Mandy, what's the answer?
108.
108 mayors since 1819.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's incredible. So that's your fun fact of the day. Share that with those around you. Make them blow their minds with this information.
So and again, share the show as we wind down. Share the show. We're gonna come on. We'll be on tomorrow again, 9 a.m. It's possible that we're gonna go daily 9 a.m. until the coronavirus leaves Mobile. We're gonna decide that. We're gonna decide that tomorrow if we'll do all 5 days next week. We'll decide that as we go. But my gut is telling me that we should do something. Connect with you guys. 5 days a week until the quarantine is lifted. I really think so. But so real quick, want to again thank the show sponsor, Cartridge World of Mobile, local company providing printers, ink toner. They have a free printer program. If you wanted that, they offer delivery. They're an essential business right now, actually, and they're actually still servicing like hospitals and local businesses that have been moved to their homes. So if you need some printer help, call Cartridge World of Mobile, 725-6380. So thank you, Cartridge World, for that. And we look forward to connecting with you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Do you want to tell them who's going to be joining us tomorrow?
Do you want to?
I kind of do. You know what? I do. Because this is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go think of your favorite food in downtown Mobile. And then come and join the chat with us tomorrow. We will have Lainey and Chris Andrews from Bienville Bites on with us tomorrow. So Bienville Bites is a tour that goes downtown, highlighting some of the coolest, best, fun restaurants, food, drink scenes in the downtown Mobile area. And so we're going to have them on.
Oh my gosh, I think we have our first official fan. Allison, we're giving you a shout out right now. Yes, 7 days a week, not 5, 7. Allison's enjoying watching us every morning.
I think we should.
Allison, oh my gosh. I only paid her $25 to say that. Allison, I will be PayPaling you your money a little bit later or something or whatever.
I think that we should have like a brunch day. We should have like some sort of morning mimosa Monday or something.
I don't know about, not Monday. I mean, like, okay, we can, in
Friday.
the evening time, we can adjust the show time maybe. This is work. We're not off of work, man. We're like, this is kind of what we're pivoting our business to currently.
Jenna and Hoda do it, and they're working.
Jenna and Hoda?
Yeah, Today Show.
Oh, they have mimosas on their show?
Yeah, they do one. They do all kinds of stuff.
Really?
They have fun.
Are you not having fun?
I'm having fun. I have my
Okay.
water. I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good. Just also not ideas.
All right. Well, guys, do us a favor. Share the show. We're actually going to try to put out the promotion the day before so that you can actually go out and share it with your friends. It would really help us because we want to get more people involved. So tomorrow is not going to be the traditional Freestyle Friday, which we've only had one time. But the traditional Freestyle Friday is where you guys can come in and join us on the chat. So we're not going to do that tomorrow. We will be doing that again, and we'll promote that. So I guess the following Friday, we need to leave it open for Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday.
I might play a ukulele song for you. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes. Get out and do mobile distanced.
Do mobile distance. All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow.